So he doesn't see you probably at your very worst, and you probably don't see him at his very worst.
He sees his first thing in the morning. That's pretty horrific.
But you know what I mean? It's like when you're... I mean, because do you unload on each other? Do you kind of do... No, no! Hang on! Hang on a second.
Yes.
I am innocent. OK. There you go. There's no point even going back to that now. So that's great, though. That's working really good.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you would recommend that to other people?
I absolutely would, because it keeps everything sort of exciting and really nice. It's
But I do like... I like the sound... I mean, I don't like the sound of it. I'm happy with my arrangement. I don't want my wife to watch this and think I'm going to go home and go, that's it, off, 90 miles radius. Well, that won't be the first time I've said that, obviously. And I've got the
you might just have your cases packed outside. Oh, you like it that much? Get yourself away.
The trouble is, when we row, I've just got nowhere to go to. Because men, I often think, well, I'm going to go out for a while, and I get in the car and I drive around for half an hour. I've got nowhere to go to. I wind up going home.
Maybe just empty a robot cupboard and sit in there.
No, I'm not even going to honour that with a smile. OK, do you have, you know, Gok? The lovely Gok has brought in Dolly, the French bulldog. A little... Oh, my God. Oh, I thought you'd snapped its neck then for a minute. I didn't know... I thought you'd mistreated the poor thing. Look at that.
Hold on.
Oh. Why has he gone to sleep with that? Snow Patrol haven't played in the album, have they?
Just a quick burst.
How lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me. You know, I was looking for having a show because I knew you'd be not only warm, but also very, very funny, and you exceeded any expectations I had. You're a fantastic guest. Ladies and gentlemen, the brilliant Sarah Millican. Thank you so much. Fantastic.
Thank you.
You can relax and sit a little bit longer if you want. Time for my next guest. He's the man that makes us all look and feel fabulous. Please welcome Gok Wan. Give yourself a wipe down. The lovely... Gok Wan, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, guys. Gok, take a seat, relax, of course.
Hello.
You are removing dog hairs off you there.
And I'm covered in dolly hair.
Well, this is the time of year when the hair comes off the dogs.
Apparently so. I've only just got her, so 4 weeks. I'm learning on the job.
Is this your first dog in your life, or did you have one when you were a kid?
We always had dogs growing up, and Mum and Dad have got one as well, but it's my first ever. She's like my daughter.
Well, she's gorgeous.
Thank you very much. Gorgeous. I do love her. I'm such a proud poppy. Look at her. She's totally snuggling down with Snow Patrol.
Look. Hey, I'm thrilled Gok could join us because he's genuinely been in the wars this week. You're not at all well, are you?
No, I had an operation on Monday.
What was it for?
I have got a slipped disc in my spine.
Whoa.
So when my bottom disc between my 2 lower vertebrae decided to pop out.
Wow.
And, yes, it's been quite painful, about 5 weeks now.
I'm not going to ask you how it happened, but I will say I know...
His name was Paul.
I know, that's serious and very, very painful indeed.
It's really painful. I've been hobbling, but, you know, I couldn't miss tonight. I put my heels on and I'm pumped myself full of morphine.
Gok, let me know, you look spectacular. You're always so perfectly coordinated. I mean, it's obviously, it's black. You've gone for the basic black, but how long did it take you to get ready? When you go out, this is a simple one, I guess, but seriously, you know, you must... Because people must judge you when they see you out, don't they?
Do you know what? They kind of don't... I mean, the thing is, fortunately, I'm not paparazzi fodder, so they don't follow me around. It's really boring to take a photograph of what I'm wearing, but I do have to plan it. Like today, I had a dog walking outfit, which was just my scrubs before I started the day, and then I was in a voiceover, so there was like a relaxed outfit just to start the day. Then I had quite a busy function in the afternoon, so that was another outfit. Then home, get changed, now this outfit, and then pyjamas later. Wow. So that's like 5 outfits in one day. Are you knackered?
Well, I'm exhausted thinking about it. Can I recommend, why don't you buy a pair of jeans?
But you see, I always like to look pretty for you, Jonathan.
You do look lovely, and you know what, I know as well, you focus very sort of wholeheartedly on all aspects of your career, don't you? I mean, you're a real grafter.
I love it.
You've been filming, you went to China, was it this year or last year you filmed
End of last year, went to film a documentary.
You went to Hong Kong and then into mainland China as well?
Yeah, so we did a whole tour. We flew into... We went from Leicester, where we filmed with my dad. We then went literally straight away to Hong Kong, filmed there. Then we went into China and travelled the whole southern coast, so from Shenzhen up to to Guangdong, and then finally ended up in Shanghai.
And because that's where your dad comes from, it was
Hong Kong.
in Hong Kong itself. Oh, so he wasn't mainland China.
No, no. My grandparents are both Chinese, and then my dad was born in Hong Kong, but right on the tip of Hong Kong, in a tiny little village called Shuttlecock, which is right on the border.
Called Shuttlecock?
Yeah, Shuttlecock.
You're making this up. There's no village called Shuttlecock in Hong Kong.
You've just lost 500,000 Chinese viewers, you know that, don't you? Just letting you know.
So you're in Shuttlecock,
so my dad's village is right on the border of Hong Kong and China, so much so that the village is split in half. So half of it is China and half of it's Hong Kong. And so the whole premise of the show was to go in search of my Anglo-Asian roots. What does it mean to be mixed-race Asian? Yeah. And the other half was to look at trade and why China has just got the monopoly on producing everything. So 1 in 5 products in the world.
And China's, you know, it's the future, really, isn't
incredible.
it?
Incredible.
How was it for you going there? Did you feel any sense of, because of your ancestry, did you feel a kind of like a sense of coming home, or did you feel that really you wanted to be back here?
Well, stupidly, I thought I'd go out there and all of a sudden I would then hug a mountain and I would suddenly feel at one with my Chinese roots. And I didn't really like it, to be honest with you. I love Hong Kong and I love the shopping, but I didn't really like China. I found it really hard. And they're all really short, and I'm like 6'1" and Chinese looking. And so I was like an Asian Hagrid walking down the street. And all you'd get is you'd get these like very, very short Chinese people just walking past going, what the
and over here, often you're encouraging women to get, I believe you refer to breasts as bangers, don't you?
Bangers,
Get the bangers out. So where did that come from, that kind of like that openness with when did you first realise you could talk to women that way and it was OK?
What I've always done is I've always used a bit of humour to break the ice. I've always been really overly friendly. I'm very tactile anyway, and it's just been my way of working. But that was for working for years and years before television. And then when we first started filming How to Look Good Naked, I did it just as I knew how, and I didn't know how to be a bitch.
And women never minded you touching them because you pretend to be gay. So you can kind of get away with that, can't
I've got 7 kids at home. Yeah, it's true.
Well, Sarah was saying earlier on she'd quite like someone to style her. I don't think she needs it. I don't think she needs styling. She looks great, I think. But you would... What would you do? Could you work with Sarah? Would you like to do that?
I would love to get my hands on those tits.
Work it, girl, work it. You go, girlfriend.
Do you know what? I'd love to dress Sarah, actually. And do you know what I like? Because what I love about women, and people always think this is a bit corny, but I love dressing women's personalities. And so when someone's full of life and they're funny and they've got that wonderful sense of being about them, that is, for a stylist, that's the perfect thing. Because if you're just dressing a form or just dressing a hanger, it's no fun. And so dressing someone like Sarah would be absolutely incredible.
Hey, what would you do for the band? Because some of them look great, but some of them, I won't know names, but the one in the middle with the waistcoat don't look quite as fashion
Well, do you know what? I'm a massive Snow Patrol fan, and this is the honest truth. I'm a massive Snow Patrol fan.
What would you do?
And I was checking out their shoes before I came, and I just wanted to get my polish out.
Oh, yeah.
Because a couple of them need a bit of a polish. But I think they're dressed very well, and they're all coordinated
what about the one
in
with the waistcoat
dusty shades of grey right now.
I thought Guy Garvey had left elbow for a minute. What's going on? They drafted in the heavy guns. Looks like a 1930s milkman. So, now, here's the thing. Gok really is going to take over the world, I feel, and fear, because you're moving to cookery as well. You're doing a cookery show.
Yes.
When does that start?
So that goes out, I think, around May, June time. But we've already filmed it, so it's 6 parts.
6 parts.
6 half-an-hours for Channel 4. And it is me cooking Chinese food, basically.
Oh, well, there's an imaginative idea. So what's it called? Gok's Wok? Have a wok on the... That's what it should be called.
It's weird, because they wanted to call it Gok's Wok.
Well, they should have. That's the title, Gok's Wok.
I think they've gone for the safe option, which is just Gok Cooks Chinese.
So, are you a cook, though, or are you learning as you go on this?
Well, no, because I mean, before there was the fashion, there was food in my life, because I was brought up in restaurants and takeaways.
And you were quite a big kid, weren't you?
Yeah, I was 21 stone. That's a lot of fried rice. So I was enormous, and so I was brought up in Chinese takeaways and restaurants, and Dad taught us how to cook. So when we were very young, we would work front of house, and we're talking like 4 and 5 years old.
Let me stop you there for a second. Was this the old days of Chinese cooking? Because when I used to eat Chinese takeaways when I was growing up in East London, they weren't healthy.
No.
I mean, they were great. They were irresistible, but it was all MSG, and it was all fried up with loads of oil.
And they all
man,
taste
it was
the same.
gorgeous, and I'm salivating at the thought. But you probably wouldn't want to eat it too often now, that kind of cooking.
Well, this is it. Well, this is the whole idea behind this show, is because Chinese food is really healthy, it's really tasty, and believe it or not, it's the most eaten cuisine in this country, but it's the least cooked at home. So people are really afraid of cooking it.
So is Chinese more popular than Indian takeaways?
Yes, it's the most cooked food here, but no one cooks it. Anyone here cook Chinese food? So you all get it from a takeaway, most of you. So something like 98% of people get it from the takeaway. And so the idea behind this show was to show the nation all of my dad's family recipes. And it's like really healthy, the broths, really good flavoured food, and really easy to cook as well.
The one thing I really want to ask you about, and I know, and you know what, I love Gok because he's a very colourful character, and doesn't take himself too seriously, but a lot of what he does is quite serious. And I think some of the work you do on the show with women, I can see the change it makes in women's self-esteem sometimes when you really help them come out. And I know you want to, you're going to direct your efforts elsewhere at the moment. You're going to help teens, is that right?
Yeah, so we've, the last 12 months, been working a lot with teens and their confidence, and then we made the Gok's Teens Naked Truth, which was a 3-part series looking at body dysmorphia and bullying, eating disorders, anxiety. I mean, the full works. But all those kind of growing pains that teenagers are going through that kind of they don't get talked about in society. We're a bit afraid to talk about our teenagers being a bit upset or a bit lonely or having a hard time. And so we decided to make this series, and as a result, we managed to get body confidence passed through the government, and a lesson plan that we wrote is now being taught in loads of schools around the country, which I'm really proud of, because I think it's really important, and I think we need to be able to help the next generation feel better about themselves. The hardest thing for any teenager out there is to say to their teachers or their parents, I'm really unhappy and I'm struggling. It's the hardest thing. So what this lesson plan does is it gives them an opportunity to have a voice and for them to talk about it, and then hopefully they'll be able to get the right help.
It's what a wonderful thing you're doing, and thank you for doing it. How lovely to have you here, and I love spending time in your company, but also I admire what you do. Mr. Gok Wan, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Fabulous. Relax a minute. Good to see you, man. And look after that dolly. What a lovely dog. Oh. Okay,